Hi everyone, this is Lydia Henry. I'm an osteopathic manual practitioner. So I'm going to show you a exercise that I love to give to my patients, especially if posture is the biggest issue. Being home and making up a workstation is never ideal. So trying to work ergonomically is what I did with my first video. So I'm going to show you some exercises to do, just one actually, in two different variations to do, to kind of reset your upper body, posture. Okay. So they're called wall angels, and that comes from most of us Canadians have done at some point, laid down on the ground in the snow and did snow angels. So the same idea applies on the wall. So the idea behind this exercise is to teach your body where to align itself. So you can think about where you should be, and there's a chance you're not actually where you should be because your body isn't in tune with where positions should be. Where part of your body should be. So we do something up against the wall to get what we call biofeedback. So that the wall, when we touch it, gives us feedback to our skin, and the skin sensories and muscle sensories will send a message to the brain. And so the brain knows where our limbs are because we're touching something, right? So it's called biofeedback. So this is an exercise I give most of my patients, especially with upper body and neck issues. I'm going to show it to you. It is super easy to do, but it has different steps. So I want you to listen carefully because I don't want you to hurt yourself during doing it. Okay. So you find yourself a wall, okay, where you have the space to put your hands on this wall. Okay. So in my office behind my door, I can do this. All right. So basically the idea is that your low back touches, your upper back touches, and your head touches. And then when you put your arms up, your elbow and the back of your hand touches as well. Your feet don't have to be, actually shouldn't be right up against the wall. They should be far enough, okay? So this is the position. This is your starting position, okay? For some people, this position can be difficult. They've got very tight chest muscles, or their neck is too far back, too far forward. If your neck is truly too far forward and you can't make it reach, put a little towel behind here to give you support, okay? So let's start here. So this is starting position. Ideally, I would love to see everyone be able to do a full wall angel without anything coming off, which means when you come up the wall, your elbows don't come off, the back of your hand doesn't come off, the head doesn't come off, shoulders don't roll forward, back doesn't have to get off the wall to make this happen, okay? So ideally, that is the perfect wall angel. So let's show it again. So here's starting position. You go up, and you can come back down like this, nice and slow. One of the things you want to do as well is squeeze your shoulder blades together like you're trying to hold a pencil between your shoulder blades. That is also proper posture, and also it's going to strengthen the muscles between those shoulder blades to help you keep that extended back position. Okay, so ideally you want to do up to 20 of those, but what actually most of us happens is after a few, this starts to happen. One elbow comes off because it's just too tight, or one hand comes off, or your head, you have to move it, it's not comfortable. So that's okay. So what you do that day is you reach to the point where it's comfortable and you're able to do them completely without it being done badly, meaning that you're taking your hand off, your elbow comes off. So if your elbow starts to come off, for example, that's your number for that day. Let's say you've reached 4 and your elbow starts to come off. That's it. You're done. One of the things you can do is just practice by squeezing your shoulder blades to put your elbow back. Okay, so you can stop at the number where you start to fail, but what you want to do is you want to just sort of practice once or twice just to get that position proper. Then you're done for the day and you try it again tomorrow. Okay, and then hopefully in the next little while you can reach up to 20, and doing 20 successfully a day will keep this posture. So the idea is that you want your ear over your shoulder and you want your shoulder blades back and your neck in the right position. Okay, so when you do work at your computer and you start doing a little bit of this, then your body reminds you, oh yeah, I got to straighten up. But when you straighten up, you don't just straighten up anywhere. You straighten up where you've been taught to straighten up thanks to the wall's biofeedback. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to do it. If the wall is too difficult, you can do it lying down. Okay, so this is the second position that you can do if the first one is too difficult. So the first one, you are up against gravity. This one, gravity will help you a little bit. So find yourself your couch, put your legs on your couch or a chair like this, okay? And you're gonna lie down. And you're gonna still go into the same position you did the first time, okay? And in this position, you're gonna do the same thing, squeeze your shoulder blades and create that wall angel, but now we'll do it called a floor angel. And you try to not let your arm come up, hand come up, elbow come up, or you are uncomfortable. If your head is too uncomfortable being flat like this, make sure that you put a tiny little pillow underneath, okay? So 20 of these. Once you've done these 20, you can graduate and do the ones on the wall.